Hello everybody. Today we are making a beautiful dragonfly pendant with pretty beads on it. So let's get started. Here is the list of materials, and you're going to cut some wires, 6 wires that are 20 centimeters each. Take a bundle of 4 wires together and bend them into the basic dragonfly wing shape. Now that you have 2 identical wires, which you will need to have a nice balanced design, you're going to work on the one which is 2 wires and keep aside 2 other wires as the other wing. And with that little tail, you're going to bend it down and then wrap it around the body of the dragonfly. Twist those tail wires around and just finish it off with the pliers so that it's nice and neat. Tap the wire shape and the wraps just to flatten it a little bit and to set it in place. I like the look of the hammered wire, just a little bit of a beaten look to that wire. It looks good. Now do the same with the other wing. Make sure that they mirror each other in design so that they match each other. Just line it up next to the other one and make sure that they balance. And then wrap that tail around as well and do the same thing. Hammer it flat, not too flat that you break the strands, but just well enough so it's firmly held together. Finish off the tails nice and neatly, no snaggy bits. Now you're going to take the last 2 wires, the 20 centimeters each, and put them together and then wind the feelers. You're winding the 2 wires together so that they will match and be almost identical. So you can see how the feelers will fit into the body of the dragonfly, and we're going to use that first feeler to wrap around and join together the 2 sides of the wings. Wrap the wire around firmly and then twist those tail wires as well. This is just a nice glorious mix of curled and twisted wire. No particular pattern, but keep it looking pretty. Let's say a contrived muddle. Wrap the tail around the twist, make some pretty little curly shapes, and wrap it all together. And then as we go, I am just hammering that body flat-ish so that it all meshes together nicely. Now you're going to fit the other one. Squeeze in the wires if you need to, just to bring in a little bit of order. We have a lot of dragonflies here in South Africa, and I was watching one last week flitting in and out of the bird bath, and what a lovely sight, just a lovely free little creature. So I think this is just fitting for this time of year. Now you've added your second feeler and wrapping the wire around the body, and again we're going to just tap that into place. Make sure they all look nice and twisty together. I love how a design comes together from simple shapes and step by step, but there's a kind of flow to a good design, isn't there? Now we are going to trim the ends. That piece of wire is way too long, and trim it to the right proportion to your wings. And then the little raggedy bits, just turn them under so that they fit into the design. You don't want it to look too bundly either. Tap it on the anvil again, and you're just setting all your wires. Little bit of tapping on those feelers brings out the shine and brings in a little bit of texture as well. Now you're using your 40 centimeters of 3.3 millimeter wire. It's a thin wrapping wire. Attach it to the top of the body near the wings and the feelers. Wrap it around a few times to anchor, and then thread your pretty beads on. Now these are all gorgeous beads that are very much in the iridescent blues and greens of dragonflies. Add the pretty beads in whatever order you like, and then wrap the wire around a few times as you go, and also you can just anchor it in and out, a little bit of wrapping here and there as well. The main focal bead, which is a lovely chrysocolla, is going between the wings at the top of the body. I think that's lovely. I've anchored it twice, so round the body and back through the same bead hole again, just to strengthen it up and make sure it's not going anywhere. Tighten up and tidy up as you go along. Our dragonfly is growing, isn't it? Now we're going to add a lot of little seed beads, these lovely little ones called, I think it's called oil slick, with all the blues and greens and turquoises. And I'm just going to put a few on top and then whip the wire around the body again, and then a few more little beads on top, so that you've got twos and threes all the way down the body to the end of the tail. That's pretty easy, isn't it? And it's very effective. Make sure that you have secured the wire at the end once you have finished all the beading. I think this is a beautiful dragonfly, and you can also make it smaller or bigger. Finish off with 2 copper jump rings attached to the wings, and then a cord goes through the jump rings. So 2 little copper jump rings on the wings, and it looks pretty. I think it's just gorgeous. Thank you for taking time to watch the video right to the end with me. Please subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for watching. You are very special. Take care now. Bye-bye.